Hi everybody, Paul Lucas here from ChemMax, and we've been talking about LST and what a wonderful cleaner it is and what a popular cleaner it is, especially for those who clean wool fibers, natural fibers, and other exotic fibers. So LST has been a wonderful product. And what we want to talk about is its history. Where did it come from? All that kind of stuff. Well, it was invented by Keith Williams. Now, Keith Williams ran a lab in California, and most of his customers were carpet manufacturers, and he would do the third-party testing for carpet, both brand new carpet that he would do testing for, a lot of government regulation on testing, and then also problem carpets, why they were a problem. And a lot of times that was a cleaning problem. They just got dirty, it was hard to clean them. And then Keith kept on looking at the chemistry being used to clean carpet. He'd say, well, the reason your carpet's not performing well is because the pH is way too high, or you have too many soil attracting residues, or the rug has become sticky, or the rug has started to disintegrate because of what you're cleaning it with. And people were using sodium metasilicate, super high pHs, sticky residues, poor surfactants. And Keith kind of got tired of it because his customers say, well, what should we use? If it's not working, what do you have? Where can I get it? So he basically said, I have to make a shampoo or cleaning agent that will clean without resoiling and without causing damage to the textile. So he started going about doing that, and he ended up making LST. And that was his answer to the rug problems. And this is even commercial carpet, even synthetic carpet, still solving those problems. Now, if you've heard of the IICRC, which many of you have heard of, or members, it used to be the IICUC. Well, way back then, they actually gave out the Keith Williams Award would be for somebody that had created or invented some new technological breakthrough for the industry. And so that award was named after Keith, and he really got the notoriety because he ran that lab and he invented the most fantastic cleaner out there, LST, low surface tension cleaner. Now, he invented this back in 1974. So it's been around for quite a while. And a lot of the ingredients are things that are not used in the cleaning industry that he has brought in because he's thinking out of the box. So he brought in things that were not in most cleaning products. And so he worked with Ed York back then, Ed and Wanda, and Keith's job was to make the product high performance without resoiling, without damaging. And then it was Ed's job and Wanda's job to promote the product. So Keith used to always joke that he did his job, but Ed didn't do his because the stuff should be flying off the shelf. So anyways, they had a manufacturer making it for them out west, and there was a lot of problems, and they got upset with the people that were manufacturing it. So what they did is they started thinking about having somebody else do it. So I got a call from Ed, and he wanted to know if I would make LST. And I said, well, yeah, but I don't know how to. If somebody will tell me how to do it, then I'd be happy to do that for you. And so what I did is I called the chemist that was making at the facility it was being made at. He also was upset with his employer for what was going on, but he shared what he knew. I purchased all their leftover chemicals for LST, and we started manufacturing about 25 years ago. And so we started making LST. It was really hard for us to make it. There's a lot of difficulties. And I started, trying things. We had to buy a special blender eventually, and we figured out how to make it consistently. And then I'd start to say to Ed, do you want me to make changes? And he'd say, no, don't make any changes. We want it just the way it is. I said, okay, I got some ideas, might make it better. No. And so, you might be saying, well, why did Ed have Chemex make that? Why was Keith thinking that I would be the company to go to the company of Chemex? And what it boils down to is one thing, and that is loyalty. They knew me well enough that when they say don't change it, I wouldn't change it. They knew they would get their share of the receipts, that it would be proper, that we wouldn't skim money off the top or take their formula and make another formula and call it a different name and make the money off that. They knew that I would be loyal to them because we were a team. So to this day, we still make it. Now, after Ed passed away and Wanda and Keith Williams, then only after that, I finally got to make some changes. So we were talking on the last video about the thixotropic polymers that go into LST. I think I said surfactants last time, but it's actually the thixotropic polymers. And so I was able to switch and get a more modern polymer. We were able to tweak some of the other ingredients, and it's essentially the same product, but more modern ingredients. Still has that proper pH of 5.8 that Keith came up with. It still has most of the ingredients with some upgrades, but it's even better than what it used to be. So that's a little history on LST. It's been a great product. I could tell tons of stories that we've had over the last 25 years of people calling me saying things like, well, we cleaned this carpet at this home. We've done it year after year after year, and we switched to another product that we were able to find cheaper. And lo and behold, we had to do a redo. The customer wasn't happy. They could tell. I've had stories like that over and over again. Stories about rugs that were ruined, furniture that was ruined, and they went back with LST and cleaned it, and it restored it back to a clean condition. So I've heard so many stories, I can't tell them all because it'd be an hour-long video, and we want to do that. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'm glad I was able to share the experience there of Keith Williams, the inventor, and Ed and Wanda York. They were great mentors to me, and I appreciate all the things they did to help me and to educate me. And we were a great team. Sorry they passed away. I wish they were still here and I could work with them. But that's the history of LST. Thank you.